Welcome everyone, I'm Jordan Sharp. As we head into training camp in a couple of weeks, we're only a few weeks after that, removed from the NFL preseason, which means the NFL regular season is coming up in a flash, and we have to start speculating on all the regular season awards. And we've already looked at the Offensive Player of the Year for the AP. Now it's time to look at the AP Defensive Player Award picks. And after last year, Luke Kuechly won the award with a ton of votes, actually beating out several guys with huge sack totals as well. But Kuechly is the #1 guy on my list as a potential to back-to-back win it. The last guy to win back-to-back defensive, or not back-to-back, but be a two-time Defensive Player of the Year award was Ray Lewis. I think Kuechly has the ability to do it again with that Carolina Panthers defense. Now, the Panthers offense is not going to be that great this season, which could really hurt Kuechly's chances of winning this award again. But obviously, if he's healthy, he's going to have another good year. Into the season with 4 interceptions and 2 sacks, along with becoming 4th in tackles last year. This guy is a monster from the middle linebacker position. And even though the Panthers are going to be regressed, I think, just a little bit this season, their defense isn't. I think Kuechly, once again, has a chance to win this award if the Panthers do still make the playoffs. Now, Robert Quinn, next guy on my list, who had a massive season last year with 19 sacks for the St. Louis Rams, but it seems like the voters for this award don't necessarily give good players on bad teams that much credit. Of course, the Rams still right at 500 last year. It's not going to do it, I think, for Quinn to win this award, but if somehow the Rams are 9-7 this season, somehow push for a playoff spot, if not almost make the playoffs, I think Robert Quinn could once again be a very good play here for this award. If he gets up there and sacks again, has another season with 15 to 20 sacks, he is absolutely not going to be overlooked for this award and could beat out some of the other favorites like Kuechly and the guy that was ahead of him, also Robert Mathis, last season. So don't sleep on Robert Quinn and St. Louis Rams defense this season. That front seven is just absolutely nasty. Richard Sherman is another guy that I think could have a play this season for the Defensive Player of the Year. He had 4 votes last season. Probably should have had more, but this season it does not have Brandon Browner on the other side. Earl Thomas is, of course, still on that team, which he also beat out Richard Sherman in votes. But I think this season, Richard Sherman, playing up to that contract he just got, he could potentially have a very, very good season and challenge some of these other linebackers and defensive ends for Defensive Player of the Year. And the last guy on my list, the only other guy on this list other than Kuechly that has won the award so far in his career, and that's J.J. Watt, who was only got 2 votes last year because of being on a really bad team. But I think if the Texans are improved enough, I think Watt's chances of winning this award really go up. He had 10.5 sacks on a bad team last year. If the Texans are a lot better this year, he could have 4 or 5 more sacks than that and actually challenge some of these other players for this award to become a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. But that'll do it for my AP Defensive Player of the Year picks. Make sure you check out some of my Offensive Player of the Year picks as well, and every one of my NFL offseason articles as well. But until then, I'm Jordan Sharp, and this has been another edition of the Sharp Pick.